Let's skip the intro, chat. We're already fashionably late. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Tonight, I got a late invitation from my dad, from Old Man Muck, and he was like, hey, I'm making homemade pizza. I learned how to make pizzas recently. You want to come over and have pizza? And I was like, Dad, I'd love to. So me and Lady Luck and Boy went over, and we had homemade pizza with my old man and his wife, and we got back just a very short time ago. So it ended up making us a bit late because of traffic on the way home. Did not expect so much traffic. There was apparently an insurance seminar happening on the side of the road, on one of the roads that we took to get home. And so it delayed us quite a bit. Was expecting Loranity at this point. No. This is of my 2,000 streams, actually more than that, because I stream 11 times a week. Of my over 3,000 streams, probably, this is very rare, but it did happen today. But it is good to be here, you guys. I missed y'all. Hope you're doing good. Let's see, where were we? We were up here. We're almost all the way up here. So in Grim Dawn, as far as like the base game goes, we're pretty far into the base game. And, you know, it goes further, but we're pretty far into the base game. Let's see. So we needed to find the entrance to, was it the armory or something of this fort? Let's see if we can find that. It's really nice that they added this thing where all of your buffs kick in automatically, so you don't have to worry about that at all. That's a dead end. Pizza family is a great reason to be late. Honestly, he made pretty good pizza too. Like, we got home, and my wife, yo, chat, my wife turns to me, and she goes, who makes better homemade pizza, me or your dad? And I was like, honey, what, are we really going to do this? What, we going to fight today? Why do you want to fight today? Chat, my dad made good pizza. I was like, I am nothing if not honest. I'm a very honest man. I was like, look, they're both very good, but don't make me pick. She got her answer. And my plan for this evening is going to enjoy some Grim Dawn for a bit, and then going to be going back to Age of Wonders 4, which we started the new Age of Wonders 4 content just the other day. And, I actually, I swore on stream. I was getting so angry at it. The very beginning, there is this super overpowered thing you have to fight. And I was like, yo, I'm not even playing this on the hard difficulty. I'm playing it on standard. Like, there is an easy, a standard, and a hard. And I was playing it on standard. And there was this, like, metal dragon. Like, it's a construct. So it's, like, immune to bleeding, burning, blinding. Like, almost every debuff it's immune to because it's a construct. And it comes in, like, and you gotta fight it really early on. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, the only thing you could hit it with was, like, raw damage. Oh, and it could shoot lightning every single turn. And, I just did not have the damage for it. Demon Waker, thank you so much for the Prime, buddy. Welcome back. I appreciate the support. I got Alien Strain today, and I'm worried I might never see sunlight again. Thanks, Muck. You're welcome. Click these links. Legion supplies, that's one of our quest items.
Can't do that.
Need yours 2 bleeds so good it can bleed through expansion content walls. Yeah. Yeah, that thing was nasty. And also, it's like, there's like tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 units. And this is like this dragon thing, which the dragon on its own was a problem. Came with a group of tier 3 units, and I had like tier 1 units. I had like guys with crossbows, he had tanks, so I was just like, what? Both pizzas were made with different kinds of love and affection. It was a funny evening, because like my dad brought up some old stories. Alright, like I know that when something happens, and if you ask everyone there for an eyewitness testimony of what happened, everyone's gonna have a slightly different story, right? Anyone who's watched crime shows can tell you that. However, my dad was telling some stories when I was younger, and I'm like, that is not how that happened. And like, my son even quoted, there was a story time video I did once, my dad throwing me in a pool to like, get me like a merit badge, and I had to like learn how to swim with my clothes on, and I was like mortified that he did that in front of like the neighborhood pool. And he's like, oh, no, that was, Reed pushed you into a pool. And I'm like, okay, no, a kid named Reed pushed me into a body of water in the winter once, and I got hypothermia and I almost died. Yes, that's not what I'm talking about. You pushed me into a pool for a merit badge to get I had to learn how to swim while fully dressed. I had to make like a flotation device out of my pants and stuff. Did any of this ring a bell? And he's like, oh, I never did that. I'm like, yes, you did. What do you mean that you never did that? Yes, you did do that. And then, like, we ended up talking about some other story. And again, he told some, like, really twisted version of it. I'm like, that is not what happened. Like, what are you talking about? So, I guess I got my looks from my dad, but not his memory, hearing, or eyesight. I'm a guy, chat. I'm Major. Oh man, we're gonna have a busy day tomorrow, chat. Busy day. What is this? Find a gate. Is that a boss or? Hold on. Usually when we find a door you can click on in this game, there's a boss soon after it. Hello, Commander Lucius. What up? Summon Primal Spirit. It's cooldown time. Oh, I think he's getting stuck behind. Oh, no, he's got a gun. Easy.
Victory.
Alright. There's a lot of bodies in here. Treasure chest, little treasure chest. Not one of the big ones. When we get old, we forget. What was I saying? Yeah. Yeah, there was one time when I was a kid. Chat, I went to a place and there was a, it was a youth activity at the local church. And my parents sent me. We were going to some place to play tennis. It was just the guys this night. So it was like the Boy Scouts, basically. Destroy the barricade. There we go. Wait. Oh no, did that take away the quest credit? I hope not. I'm wondering if I was supposed to turn in the quest before I blew that up. We'll find out in a second. We're gonna find out in just a sec.
Good work down there. We cannot simply march our forces straight into the necropolis. The cult's minions will descend upon us in force, and we will be crushed before we can even get near the Tomb of the Watchers.
I'll do the story
Instead,
after this.
We will put your unique skills to use. Make your way into the necropolis past the Plains of Strife, and secure the nearest rift gate. Once you've done so, Algrim will come through with a contingent of our men. With the element of surprise on our side, we will strike at the enemy from within.
I will head to the necropolis at once. Do you have build recommendations for Grim Dawn? Hey, Telemont. Not really. There are websites like, was it Grim Tools, I think, where that you can see other people's builds. If you want to copy a build, that's fine. You could get that there. I basically just look for synergies. Like, either find a whole bunch of skills that, for example, this one, the orange text near the top, it says this scales with pet bonuses. If you're going to do that, get a bunch of skills that scale with pet bonuses and a bunch of gear that has pet bonuses. Example, this right here, bonus to pets, tons of stuff. So, you know, you just find gear and skills that give the same thing. Don't, you know, try to specialize. Don't try to just like, you know, get some of everything. That's not gonna work out great. You blessing the Coke. No, Donnie, honestly, I've got a whopper of a headache right now, and the cold can against my forehead felt nice. I took some Excedrin before I sat down for the stream. Weapons Master Edric. Did you recover the supplies? Yes. Okay, thank God. It still lets you turn in the quest, even though I just used the supplies to blow up a wall. Also, I got a new bag. Awesome. Excellent. I was afraid that they'd been destroyed after the recent explosions down in the armory. Thank you for recovering the supplies. Take some of this scrap. I'm sure you could use it too. Thanks. Hope it gets better soon. No, nothing. It's nothing too serious. It's just bad headache. You're not from the Legion. Perhaps there's something you could help me with, something that can't involve the troops. What is it? With a recent ethereal attack, I cannot allow this deception to carry on any longer. Anastasia, the witch who was allowed to enter our fold, must be put down. The Inquisitor insists she must not be harmed, but the trust he has in her is misplaced. Commander Lucius was an honorable man and a dedicated soldier up until he was possessed by the ethereals. I refuse to believe that Anastasia's witchcraft is not involved in his corruption. As we are all under strict orders not to harm her, I need someone outside the Legion, such as yourself, to handle this for me. Will you enter the fort prison and deal with the wretched witch? I will deal with the witch. Although it doesn't sound like you've got really good proof that she should be killed. Just saying. Excedrin takes a while to kick in. Yeah. Well, that's why I took it as soon as I got home. That's why, while I was, as soon as I came back in the door from the pizza. Is this her? Anastasia.
My, what a curiosity you are.
What is this? A human and yet not. There's an aura about you, stranger, but I cannot sense the spirit. What fate has befallen you? I was possessed by an ethereal, but it left me at the hangman's noose. What a marvel you are. They say that to become one with an ethereal, you must lose all that defines you, but it seems there is more to that mystery than rumors let on. The ether holds many secrets, but few are held from me. There are those who fear such power, but that is why you're here, no? Captain Reeve wants you dead. I would act surprised, but that man's made it no secret that he despises me. He branded me a witch and called for my execution from the offset. Why does he hate you so? I have great talent for manipulating the ether, and I have dabbled in divination, which I suppose is where the superstitious soldiers draw their ire. Everyone claims they want to know the future until they actually hear it. It is difficult to separate the bad from the good when so much pain awaits a mortal in their lifetime. I need to think about this.
My, what a curiosity.
Why are you under Creed's protection? The good Inquisitor considers my knowledge of the ether and the ability to foresee ethereal attacks to be of great value, something many in the Legion have been trouble grasping. Creed has personally requested that I be kept safe, so that what I know is not lost to some soldier's wild accusations. Why should I trust you? I assure you I came to the Legion with the full intent of helping them battle against ethereal invasion. My information has already saved many lives, but Captain Reeve and the others refuse to see it. Will you join them in condemning me for what I do as well? I will defy Reeve. Wonderful. Now that we've put this unpleasantness behind us, I was hoping you could hear me out. Nobody in the Legion wants to help me, but perhaps you will be more understanding. What? With all the commotion during the ethereal attack, I'm afraid most of my personal stores were damaged or even destroyed. If I'm to continue my work here, I must have another ancient heart, blood of Chthon, and tainted brain matter. They are pivotal to my research, but acquiring them on my own is simply out of the question for this old crone. Will you be so kind as to gather these materials? I think I have some of that. I need a tainted brain matter. I think I might have that in the stash. Hold on, can I sell anything here? Let's see. Okay. Tainted brain matter. I don't know if there's a stash of this down. I know... Oh, wait. Is that it? Smuggler? Maybe, well, let's see if that's it. I don't know this town as much as the other one.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Oh, here we go. Do I have a tainted brain matter? I guess not. I know I do in my shared chest from characters from years ago, but I don't want to tap into that. So I'll just come back when I get that. Do move components over. There we go. All right, that saves us a little bit of space.
Safe with me. Promise.
All right. So come back when we get that. Hey, Mike, I switched from my phone. Oh, weren't you telling a story about a Boy Scout trip? I was, and then I got caught reading dialogue in the game. Okay. Boy Scout trip when I was a kid. All of us were basically taken to go play tennis. That's what it was. It was like a Wednesday night or something, and it was like a youth group activity. Just take all the boys out to a tennis court and let them play tennis. That was it. Super simple stuff, right? So they take us to this one court, and the way it was set up. Let me try to describe this. All right, if you're looking at it from dead on, there's a tennis court, big concrete wall on one side of it. Okay, and there's multiple courts here, like court, okay? But big wall here, and there's like a dirt hill going up, and at the top of the wall, it's a higher elevation. So tennis courts here, and then concrete wall, fence, and there's swimming pools up here. Now, we're playing past dark. Now, it was like 7 or 8 p.m. at this point. There were lights on, there were floodlights on, but it was dark outside. And one of us hit a tennis ball poorly, and it went, it went whoop, and it went up here. And we were like, oh crap. So me and some of the other guys, we go around, and you're not supposed to go up there. We found a hole in the fence, and we climbed through the hole in the fence, and we climbed this hill, because the adults were not watching us very well. And we went up to the top, and there was the swimming pool up there. And it was basically nighttime, so no one else was up there. And the tennis ball is floating in the water a few feet from the edge of the pool. And I lean over to try to grab it, and I can't quite reach it. And I'm like, I can't reach it. And there's this one guy in the group that, I'm not saying this as a bad thing, I'm saying this to accurately describe him. He had Down syndrome, okay? And he said, well, go get it! And shoved me into the pool, just because he thought that was a good idea. And he shoves me into the pool. Now, it was past dark, and it was like January, and it was like 8 p.m. Chat, it was like 30 or 40 degrees outside, like Fahrenheit. It was very cold. We were bundled up in coats and stuff. He shoved me into a swimming pool. The other boys all immediately, because we weren't supposed to be there anyway, they all start laughing, and they were like, run, run, run. And all of them took off. So I managed to, and I managed to pull myself out of the water, and I gotta climb back down this rocky hill, get through a hole in the fence, and walk like another 100 feet to get back to the courts. And it's also in the dark. And by the time I get there, I'm like shambling. I'm like in soaking wet clothes. Everything I'm wearing down to my undies is completely soaked because I was completely submerged. And I get down there, and the adults are like, oh my God, what happened? And they're like, oh, he fell in the pool. And I'm like, oh, and I can't even talk. My jaw's like locking up. These adults, now, I mean, this was like 80 years ago. They were not too bright. They wrap a blanket around me. Now, if any of you ever have a situation where you've got someone in soaking wet clothes and they're like freezing, you need to get the soaking wet clothes off of them. They did not do that. They left me in the soaking wet, freezing clothes, just wrapped a blanket around those clothes, put me in the car, and put everyone in the car and started driving us home. And of course, the other kids were like, oh, way to ruin it for us, Mike, because it's as if it was my fault that we had to leave early. And it's like another 15 to 20 minute drive to get to where I live. So they give me home, and then they take the blanket back, and they're like, they're like, Michael fell in a pool. I think he's okay though. And my parents my parents see me like barely able to walk, trying to like make it in the front door. And at this point, I've probably got like low-grade hypothermia. And I remember my parents like yelling at this lady, like, what the hell? Like, we sent you to play tennis. And like I go inside, and my parents are like struggling to peel the wet clothes off of me. And oh, fake wall, what's up? And they, my mom and dad like basically ran like a hot bath. And I remember when they put me into the bathtub, I was thrashing and fighting them because it hurt. Like, for anyone who's never experienced it, just think of it anytime when you've been like really cold and you got into a hot shower, it feels kind of like needles. Imagine that, but 100 times worse. Like, I just remember like searing pain, and it hurt so bad. And it was like, that was a core memory. And then, yeah. Freaking, I hate that kid. Reed. I've met him a few times as an adult, and I remember one of the times he introduced himself, and I was like, I know you. And he's like, have we met? I'm like, yeah, you almost killed me as a kid. And he's like, what? He doesn't remember at all. But, yeah, I mean, it was... All the adults in that story could have made better decisions, but... Yeah, anyway, I survived. That was it. That was the story. That's what happened, from my perspective. My dad doesn't remember the bath part at all. I remember because it was agony. It hurt so bad. Is Grim Dawn playable offline? I'm pretty sure it is. Like, you don't connect to online servers. I'm 99% certain you can play it offline, but I don't know that I have tested that. Reason why Muckate's outdoors now. I see everyone's caught the ARPG bug lately. Yeah, well, Grim Dawn had a update recently that was like a huge labor of love update. What was it, patch 1.2, I think? That added a ton of cool quality of life stuff. So just been enjoying it a bit. Heard about it personally. I got Lost Ark. There's so much to do. Hey, totally fair. Right now, if you're like, Muck, what's your favorite ARPGs? Right this second, I would be bouncing between Grim Dawn and Last Epoch. Looking forward to their fully finished release coming soon.
I can't do that.
Someday you'll be telling stories that boy won't remember the same way. Yeah, but I mean, some of it is just like not remembering certain things. I feel like that was a core part of the story. Like, my dad has zero memory of taking me to the neighborhood pool, telling the lifeguard, don't help him, he's doing a merit badge, and shoving me into the water fully dressed. He has no memory of that. Oh, man. Oh, I remember this area. There's landmines all over the place here. Ow, ow, ow! Mines! Dang it. There's so many! I don't know if there's anything you can do to clear them before you walk into them.
That skill's not ready.
Can't do that yet.
Let me see. Have you played Path of Exile? Yes. Yeah, I've got... Hang on a sec, I'm tabbing out, so the game's going to pause. 1,600 hours in Path. Yeah, I've got 1,600 hours in Path. Yeah, back when Path of Exile only had like 3 acts, I think, I cleared it. And then when it had 5 acts, I cleared it. And then when it had 10, I cleared it. And then they added the Elder and the Shaper, and I've never 100%'d it since then. I love Path of Exile. I don't like copying builds from other people. Nothing wrong with that. I just get a lot of joy in just like messing around with builds and figuring out stuff for myself. So, because I'm always kind of just doing my own thing, those super endgame fights where you really need to min-max your character, I've never really had a build that ended up being able to hack it. So I've not killed the Elder, the Shaper, stuff like that.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
Dang, the AoE damage in this area, a lot.
Can't do that.
I know the mines is part of it. And I still have that aura running that's giving, like, high-end regeneration to all my allies near me. There's a Chthonic Rift here, so that's like a bonus level. I'll do it. Dreamboxing, thank you for the Prime sub, buddy. I really appreciate that. Mike, do you plan on playing Last Epoch when it fully releases? Absolutely. I have played, I think, 70 or 80 hours of Last Epoch during its alpha. I will say I'm huge fan of the Primalist and the Necro. I also made, there's a character that's like a dexterity character. It's like a lady with a bow. I can't remember what she's called. I made one of those because I wanted to try out the ballistas, you know, like a turret build. Didn't really feel very powerful, but she does have a subclass coming out called a Falconer that I'm interested in trying as well. Y'all know me, I love pet classes, I love support classes. Hi, Shugo. So those are the things that appeal to me the most. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I very much like what I see. And currently, I'm in the, I would absolutely recommend Last Epoch to other people camp. Holy script, like how many games do you will play this month? Do you will play this month? Shugo, how many English do you will speak today? Not many English. Lol. Hi, Chip.
That skill's not ready.
I was having to manually control the pets on that one to get them to focus on what I needed them to hit.
That skill's not ready.
These things are sturdy. I see you will go back to Age of Wonders 4. Yeah, I had some frustration in Age of Wonders 4 yesterday. The new level, the new campaign thing that came out, the early game is really tough. And I was playing it on normal mode, not hard mode. But I feel like I got past kind of the hump. And I could go back to like actually enjoying it because it wasn't just like, you know, trying to knock my teeth out every 2 seconds anymore. Oh, potion, half health, hello.
I can't do that yet.
I can hold way more loot now because we got two quests that I turned in recently. The rewards were additional bags. Not bag slots, just a whole nother bag. So I can hold a lot of treasure right now. Okay, I think that is the exit to the rift. Do I want to 100% this area? I could. Pictures of Spider-Man! Hi, Liver. I like to think the Grim Dawn playthrough is prep for the expansion next year. It's kind of both. I am liking the Necro Shaman. Certainly missing some stuff that I had available to me when okay, so of what I've played in this game, I think my favorite was Ritual, or what is it called, Ritualist or Occultist? No, Ritualist is the name of my current class combination. Occultist combined with Shaman I think was my favorite. This is not bad though. This is alright. But I kind of miss some stuff that the Occultist could do. Like right now, I don't have any way. Hi, Chip. Doesn't he look so regal, Gabe?
Yes. Yes, in fact, he's doing this fixed position.
I'm just letting the pets regen shot.
He looks as cool as heck right now with his paws draping over the side of the chair.
It's very fun having a chair cat, chat, but sometimes it gives you a little heart attack. The best headrest? If I lean my head back on him, like, not like pushing on him, but just like to where he feels it, he thinks I'm gonna like shove him off the chair and he immediately gets down. I've tried to do it like lovingly, but he's just like, oh, get down, Mr. President, and he just jumps. He runs right away.
The only bad thing I
That skill's not ready.
puts his leg on my back.
Oh yeah, sometimes when he goes to... Oh wait, there's another portal. What? I didn't know there could be multiple portals here.
That skill's not ready.
Interesting. Yeah, there was one time he went to jump down, and instead of, with all 4 of his legs, instead of him pushing off of the chair, one of the legs pushed off my back, and it hurt. It hurt. Just my potion, half health there for a second. Obsidian cluster? Oh, it's like a treasure chest, okay.